Hello everyone, this is Asic of W.io channel. Today I'm showing a short overview of the new features in the new version of our firmware with an absolute protection from all the existing viruses and those that may possibly appear in the near future. The firmware is named Antminer S9 Pro version 5.1. What's important to say in the very beginning is the totally new autotune, which allows to increase the energy efficiency even more of your already outdated S9 models. Outdated here because we already have lots of new ones. But that's okay. The old one will still serve you, work and bring profit for a long time regardless of the fact that the release of this model was several years ago. It will show its strengths to all the others. Even with the worst profitability, you can join together S9s into S10 using our technology and receive 70 watt per terahash, which will allow to optimize or raise the energy efficiency. As for today, it's more profitable to overclock, and by means of our new autotune you can overclock by up to 20 terahash with 2 kilowatt consumption. I'll show you now the maximal overclock of 1600 watt 17.7 terahash. The power supply that is set on this device is APW3. It's the most usual S9 with 13.5 terahash. We see here 17.7 with 1640 watt. As we are already on miner status page, let me tell you about the new features. So here is a button named Stop Mining. It stops mining switches off the boards. Then you can find your Asic with this button, Search Asic. Restart of the miner and reboot of the Asic. I will leave this result, this Asic constant. It will gain more statistics. Then I'll make a video with how it works in real time, what is the actual value on the wattmeter, etc. And going back to the new features in our new firmware. Here is the time zone. It is used to synchronize your current time in the location where the device is set. I'm now here in GMT +3. It is Moscow region. And we click Apply. Then, in Upgrade, we have new settings for saving the autoconfig. Here you can copy your current configuration that had been set previously. Also, we can set Run Autotune. While updating by this config, the autotune you've chosen will run automatically at the moment. Also, by this tick, we can add the octets to your worker. The octets are the last two numbers of the IP address. For example, if your worker is something S9, then by use of this function, these numbers, here they are 4.114, will appear in the end of your worker's name. And this function, if you remove this tick and upgrade the device with this config, it gives an opportunity to save the old pools that you had previously. It is a rather useful function and easy to operate. You can save the config using this button, then save, and that's it. So let's move further. Miner configuration. Here in advanced settings we added backup save. It looks here as just one button. When you push it, the backup is saved automatically on the device. In case you want to experiment, but by that moment you have good values on your device, and you think about trying something to do something different, there is no problem. You make your backup here of the current situation with all the settings, including chip settings, board settings, etc. And you may experiment as you wish. In case it doesn't bring you to the results you wanted, you use the restore button and the saved version comes back without turning the autotune on, with those very settings you had when you did the backup. Now I'll shortly show the existing features. There is a function that allows to automatically check the red chips. In case they appear, the system checks them once in 30 minutes, 1 hour or 2 or 3 hours. If it finds them, it starts the auto-tuning of chips process, and it tunes them till they are in perfect mode, the green zone. And here we have a function to disable a board if it has less than 63 chips. Here you can set the percentage and your board will automatically turn off as if you used the stick manually. Well, if you want to use it manually, you can do it. We are moving further. Auto-tune. Here I've chosen the mode of 1720 watt and then manually change the voltage. I made it less and made the threshold lower where we can start the auto-tune. As I've already shown, we have 1640 watt and we received 17.7 terahash, which is almost 18 terahash on the original standard power supply, which I think is a very good result achieved due to our new auto-tune. Again, this is our own development, to which we've spent almost 4 months, and now you can see the results. Also, we've simplified the auto-tune choice. Here you just choose the mode, then you push just one button. You don't need to set anything else here. You just push it and wait for the result. For example, we can see how it worked with auto-tune. For chips we had 800 plus minus, everything is in the green zone, and we have 17.7 terahash. I forgot to say here that we've added a column here with the voltage. So now you can see the voltage for each board now. Now we go back. In reject percentage of ASIC speed, we've added the choice of up to 20% for the hotels, considering the requests of our users. Now we go to emergency profile. I will tell about it in our next video in detail, how to use it, how to set it. Shortly, here we set the emergency alarm dependent on the temperature. The detailed explanation will be in a separate video about this new function. Then, the scheduler. It is a planning tool. Here we have an opportunity to set the time for any profile. Also, you can choose the auto-tune mode. Every time it switches to the chosen mode. For example, you have one mode for the day and the other for the night. Once it's turned, it saves all the settings for the board and chips, and then just switches in between the settings. So you're saving time for this switch without additional losses to auto-tune. Also, using this profile, you can set the following. For example, It's hot during the day and cold at night where it is set. The electricity is expensive for the day and cheap for the night. You set the profile with lower power for the day and higher for the night. Thus, you receive more hash rate and consequently more profit. Sometimes we have another situation. For example, you have some manufacturer where the power is on during the day and at night it isn't used, and you can turn on the miners at night when the given power is available. In this case, you simply create a profile with boards turned off. At night, you turn them on and it works normally. When off, the device consumes only 20-30 watts depending on your power supply. So it is very useful. There are lots of ways to use it. You can switch one day of the week to one pool, another to the other pool. I will describe these opportunities in detail in another video. That's all about the new functions. In the following videos, I will tell you about the settings of our additional features. So thank you all, see you again, follow and use, download our software, wish you huge profit. Bye.